Oh, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Access Technologies Group's channel. Joining me, as always, CEO William T. And welcome, sir.
Yes, good morning to you.
A pleasure. Your conversations have been relatively fascinating on the last couple interviews. So as I mentioned, I would like to focus on some of the more retail focused questions to get you to expand on some of the topics you touched on. And I want to kind of kick it into the mining side of your business because you guys are focused on Ethereum mining in the US. And this is something I believe you mentioned to scale out some cash flow for the business. I believe you said you had 4 miners already, but you're looking to ramp up into the last quarter. Can you further expand on that?
In fact, the 4 miners was initially I started. In fact, I have orders up to about eight miners since we last, and then the miners actually yesterday just shipped out from China, so it's actually on the way to Singapore, and we have another 11 miners on order to be delivered in October and November. So I'm actually working on that speed up to about 150 miners before end of this year. So that's also where we're doing the Rate A funding that we are coming in. Hopefully by next month we get through the documentation with SEC with our SEC lawyer. So that is already in plan. And we actually use Singapore data center because my service teams are there. I'm a Singaporean and I'm just came to US, so I'm already recruiting new staff from here in US. In fact, I just got my new office. I moved in yesterday, so everything is all ready. We're actually building the office with a live streaming facility, and also our new metaverse world will be ready by November. So you actually can meet me in the virtual world, actually, where I am around the world.
Hey man, you guys are really moving along. You touched on some interesting points there. Can you explain how are you guys managing to get these mining rigs? Are you ordering them from people that are kind of moving them around out of China there? Like, what's the deal? Because right now, obviously, it's incredibly hard to get your hands on graphics cards.
Yeah.
So how are you guys managing that logistics nightmare?
Okay, it's not a logistics nightmare. It's actually who you know, how you know. That's how the Chinese works. So as I stated more than 3 years ago, I've been working with a lot of mining farms, building apps for them. So because of that, I have networked to suppliers because installers and suppliers. So, and 80% of ASIC chips are all manufactured in Shenzhen. So my team, we have this what we call chipset developer professor, this Peter May. So through his network, we actually get some friendly orders jump around. So we actually got orders able to move in. I mean, couple of units here, couple of units there, and also they are also using miners for migration. So now because China's are moving up miners from China, so what they are doing is either they're selling in kilos per unit, $20, $30 kilos per unit. We actually revive back, take out the cuts, and we have a reclaim company who actually on-sell the miners to like Russia, India. So this is how any good ones that we pick up from new to what we call a reasonable recondition, we actually pick them out very easily. So because we know the manufacturer, so we always can get part replaced. So all these are the how they say it's the knowledge and access we have. I wouldn't say that I'm in this mining business, but I'm in the mining marketplace. But it's still in a way I don't say tomorrow I won't get 200 in one go. Probably 200 over a 2 months period, which now even you have money you can't even buy.
Yeah. Good to touch on that. That's kind of interesting for sure. What's the scale scope of you guys? Because you said your 4 rigs right now are generating how much ETH per month? Do you have a scale on that?
I'm saying regularly. I think currently yesterday I think was about 1.1. So per unit, because we are using chipset mining. Well, we actually also prefer the CPU mining, which also producing but very little, about 0.4, 0.5 ETH a month. So, but it's still worth the while because the investment cost of these units are quite low at the earlier stage when reporting. So what we are doing is we are actually test scaling using our data center in Singapore. And for the last 3 weeks, I've been in the US, in the West Coast, looking at new sites. In fact, we just went out to 2 sites to acquire the sites and then get them ready for our November, December, this what they call crypto miners. And we also ordered our own zero power generators with our partner. So we're actually having water powered generator that we will use in our system. So it reduces out the wattage cost about $2.5 per kilowatt, per watt. That's what we're doing.
And that'll probably be a little bit more favorable from the renewable aspect as well. I wouldn't mind shifting slightly here because I found this to be really interesting that you're relatively big into the NFT realm. You mentioned that you found your way into a little documentary there, and I wouldn't mind getting more of your experience in the NFT realm and kind of what your thoughts are surrounding that space.
Yeah, of course, my interest was also started from this CryptoKitty, which I make some money on CryptoKitty. So that's how I started. So and at that time the market was more on the I would say is anything that's new I would like to try and invest in. So Hello Kitty was one of my earliest venture investment. So I found very interesting. And I think when the gas fee was so there's distress over in the Ethereum network, and I see the huge opportunity. So what happened is that if this were to take off, you being a miner, you make a lot of money. So that's how I look at the miner from that point. And also, as you know, for the last 1.5 months, 2 months, more than 60% of mining fee all come from NFT mining. No more crypto mining, no more DeFi. It's actually this NFT. So from this NFT, we look at the opportunities. So I was here about 4.5 months, 5 months ago in the US, telling people about NFT, which they know nothing about it. So then we came up with the idea, what I did in China. We produced a documentary. That's how we started. We invited more than 30 guests, VIP guests. I mean, we are talking about movie stars, MBL, MFA, and Academy Award winners, billionaire club owners who actually all came to my show with very good introduction. And we actually produced this NFT revolution documentary. We finished up in June, July, and we're actually ready to be broadcast in two areas. One is the Cox cable, and the other one will be the Roku and this what we call this Apple TV. So the Apple TV side belongs to us. So we actually have a channel coming up by October, because we are in Dubai 2020. So we actually have a 24 hours NFT today show. So we are streaming live every day from our LA office and our Dubai office, China office, and one more office is most probably Korea, where we're actually putting them. So they'll be talking AMA about NFT every day in their local language, local structure. So it's a 24 hours TV channel that we are going to market. So I have no one problem with NFT. Everybody wants to know, everybody wants to follow blindly, but not really other than you're following on the YouTube channel or TV, but you don't have a channel that's specified. So we have that now. So we have this channel called NFT Today. So this is how I brought in all other talents and to actually talk about their feelings and how they do it. So this is how, in fact, I would say by tomorrow we'll have some press release out. We actually work on something very, very interesting, a very valuable sports assets that we're putting NFT. We approach it differently. We approach it in a very dynamic time, what they call time-saving features on an NFT. So in the next 100 years, 200 years, you'll see this still working there. So that means even the actual physical product can be burned off, can be destroyed, can be kept, and nobody will able to see this for the rest of their life. So this is how we kept this history. And what I look at is NFT is always a digital assets wealth creation. So this is why we move in very strongly to capture this market. So we look at NFT differently from many points. We actually want people to understand this asset structure. So when you have this knowledge of asset structure, you actually know where is your value. And that's why we design a platform called eFund, where we actually get revenue. Like you are a creator of a song, you make 10 tokens, you sell 3 tokens at 1 Ethereum. So that means you're worth 10 Ethereum. But what happened is you get the money first one. But then what happened, the person sell for 10 Ethereum, you don't get anything anymore. So what we did, we built the royalty into the token so that you can sell 10 times and you should get a royalty to the owner or the creator of the wallet. So this is why I'm getting a lot of partnership in with our branded products, and they like this idea. And also not only creating just a photograph of a product, we actually goes into the history. We build the history and we actually market the whole history of the product, so that you're actually buying something or you're investing in time. What we call it, we invest in time that you don't have, time that's 20 years ago when your baby just walked, that 1 minute is time. So we even produce a NFT, not only documentary, we put an NFT, a song that is done by Michael Bridges, one of the very, very talented music producer. So we even got it done, and that is also NFT. So this is why how do you put it? I put where my mouth is. So that means I'm making money by just even putting a product out. This is created.
I think you're touching on something that's very profound here, because this is what I keep saying about a lot of the blockchain technology and waiting for that next integration when it can finally start enveloping into the music industry, into the finance industry. And I don't think people realize the wakes it's going to make. This is some incredible insight. I really appreciate it. Before we finish up, as Access Technology continues to move the crypto space forward, is there anything else you want to touch on moving into the last quarter of the year here for investors?
Yes, I'm very happy because we'll be in Dubai 2020. So the chances of our growth is going to be phenomenal, not because you participate in a very big show, but it also gives us access to a lot of global users that's coming to meet us the next 6 months, starting from October. So we actually have, where the pandemic is actually around the world, but we actually found a place that we can help us to promote us better. So we actually have a booth there. So this is how we make ourselves open to the market, and also plan for the next 3 months, actually doing quite a lot of roadshow and interviews. So in fact, 2 TV channels already have checked through with me. So this is why I think SS itself, I would say it's just only the beginning to let investors understand. And then at the end of the day, if the market wants to know further about us, look at the press release we are coming out, and we keep on sharing transparently everything that we are doing, because this is what we call the stage where you're learning something not only from me, but I'm learning something from the market. So we build when the market is growing with us.
That's incredible. I really appreciate this. If anybody has any questions toward Access, always let us know in the comments section below. But in light of this, William, stay cool, stay awesome, and we'll catch you in the next one.